Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Militia. And yeah, this is my first YouTube video as far as like reviewing movies. And let's go ahead and kick it off right. I've been thinking, like, for this one, what I want to go ahead and do is I want to go ahead and rank all the Child's Play movies from worst to best. Now, I'm not going to do a review because I know you guys already know about these movies. You don't need me to break any of them down. But I do want to give my input because at one point, Child's Play was my favorite horror icon at one point. I did go through a phase where if you didn't like Chucky, we couldn't talk. So lately that's changed, and I want to go ahead and talk about these movies. So let's go ahead and kick it off. Let's jump right in. Okay, so coming in at number 8, with it being the worst. And again, what I want to go ahead and say real quick before I even get started on this list is this is just my personal review. This is what I think about the movies. This is in no way, shape, or form trying to bash on any of the movies or say that you should follow what I like. We all like movies differently, and everybody's list is going to look different. I think that's the beauty of critiquing movies, is that everybody's going to have their own personal opinion on what they think a good movie is. So with that being said, let's brush that off. I just had to say that because I know whatever in the comment section, I'm sure people are going to feel differently. So let's start off. The worst of the worst, number 8, is going to be Curse of Chucky for me. Now, Curse of Chucky for me, I think the reason why it's so high up on that list is I remember when this was in the talks of coming out, that Don Mancini was going to bring the horror back to Chucky. When this dropped on VOD, I remember being one of the first in line at Walmart at midnight when they were stocking to try to get a copy of this. I remember that's how diehard of a fan I was. To be honest with you, I don't remember whether or not I got the copy. I remember getting down, asking about it, waiting in line, and honestly, I don't remember if I had to wait the next day or if I got the copy that night. Honestly, I don't remember. But with this one, I love the feel and I love the look of this one. I think what I don't like, what really brings it down a notch, is I think the essential look of Chucky. They try to go back with that like Bride of Chucky with the stitches and stuff, and something just doesn't feel right. It kind of felt like a knockoff version, and it with the quality, like, I don't know. I know the budget was smaller. Maybe that has something to do with it, but there's something about it that I don't know. It just, when you have a chance to bring a franchise back and like hit hard and you drop the ball, I feel like that's when you let people down. And to be honest with you, I really felt let down with this one. I don't know. I really do love the introduction of the character of Nika. Well, she really did kind of bring everything together. It's an enjoyable movie, but needless to say, it's on the bottom of my list. Number 7. As you can tell, I wrote these down real quick so I wouldn't forget. Number 7, we got Child's Play 2019. God, what is there to say about this movie? I feel like it was a good reimagining of the story. I do love the whole technology, AI taking over with technology, getting corrupted and stuff. I really did like that concept. I think if Don Mancini would have done something like that first, whether it was like a remake or something, just following up, just a little tweak here and there, I think he would have really brought it home. Maybe that's why he was so offended by it. But anyways, with this one, the overall look of Chucky is horrible. Honestly, it's god awful. Honestly, I really don't know what to say about the look. I was really excited when I heard this one was coming out. I was like really on edge, waiting to see what they were going to do with this one. And the overall look just stank. It stunk. It stank and it stunk. It was really bad. I don't have really much rewatch value on this one. I don't know. I've watched it a couple times, but lately I just haven't been in the mood. It's one of those movies that you want to watch once and it's all right, but there's something about this one too that just kind of gives offense to the overall name. I think Mark Hamill did a great job voicing Chucky in this one, but it's just the movements and the behavior. I think there could have been a smoother transition there with the movements, with the overall look. It just kind of felt like a low attempt just to get a cash grab with the name. So yeah, that's how I feel about that one. Honestly, I haven't seen it in a while, but moving on. Number 6 is gonna be Cult of Chucky. Now, with Cult of Chucky, I did enjoy this one more. I think this one has more of a rewatch value than Curse. I really do love the whole like mental hospital vibe. I love how everything takes place in this facility. I can rewatch this one a little bit more. I like this one. I like his one-liners. I like the kills on this one. If there's anything that I can say as far as bad goes, I would say that this is where the whole introduction of the rules of what Chucky can and can't do, the chant, what is what, transferring to different bodies, different dolls. I think that's what kick-started the whole thing that I stopped loving about Child's Play. Was all the rules were out the window. Everything that you have built thus far pretty much doesn't matter. And I think when you start writing like that, it's kind of lazy in my opinion. And I don't know. I think with the introduction of all that, that's where my love for Child's Play kind of started backing away. This review series is not covering the TV show, but I might do it in another video. This is just covering the 8 films. But yeah, this one was all right. This one's okay. This one's not really horrible. This one brings back Andy Barclay, which ended the original Andy Barclay with the Curse of Chucky at the end when he comes out with the shotgun. So this was pretty cool that it brought him back. The ending is a little strange, to say the least. It kind of feels like it ends abruptly. But yeah, that's all I'll say on that one. I won't bash it too hard because I actually do kind of enjoy that one. Number 5, and you guessed it, number 5 for me is going to have to be Seed of Chucky. Now, some people, Seed of Chucky is the worst of the franchise, right? That always comes up in conversation. To be honest with you, this one is not that bad. I just rewatched it a couple days ago, and quite frankly, I always enjoy it. If I'm being honest with you, it's like a guilty pleasure. I really do enjoy this one. With Seed of Chucky, I don't know. It still kind of had. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think this was the last one that was in theaters. And you can tell that it still kind of has that like theater feel. It has that budget. Now, I won't say that matters because there's a lot that you can do with going straight to VOD. That's not really a deal breaker for me. But this one still has that feel. It has that Hollywood feel. It has that grasp that this is a movie that still has a lot of quality in it. And I like the vibe of this one too. I really like the whole vibe overall. It just kind of feels like there's more storytelling with this. I think that's why I like it so much, is that there's a lot of story. Yes, it's funny. Yes, Chucky's goofy. Yes, he's married. Yes, he has a child now. But I think all that with good writing still sails pretty smoothly. I think the only thing that I would critique this one is a little bit toned down in the humor. And I really don't like the look of Glenn/Glenda. I think they could have done a better job with that too. I think there could have been a whole redesign that could have been done with the overall shape of the head. I think that's my only. I think if everything was a little more compacted in, I think everything would have gone a little more smoother. But needless to say, I always have a good time with this one. I really truly do like this one. So I won't say too much bad. Now, number 4 is going to be kind of shocking to a lot of people. Number 4 on this list is going to be the original Child's Play. Child's Play 1. Yes, I know, throw the tomatoes now. With Child's Play 1, this kickstarts a whole crazy fiasco of what Child's Play and Chucky is now. With Part 1 movies, even though they're great, even though they're iconic, even though you can watch them over and over again, I think with Part 1, it's a little slow with the storytelling. And from here, Part 1 down, Part 1 is the one with the least rewatch value for me. I'll still put it on every year, but there's something about it that feels very, very slow paced. It feels like one of those things that, and I'm not trying to offend anyone, but I feel like this is one of those things where it always has the hardest punch for those who haven't seen it. Now, to those who have seen it, yes, it's enjoyable. Yes, it's good. Yes, it's nice. I really do like it. I'm not going to lie. It's a masterpiece. But like I said, as far as rewatch value goes, it's on the lower spectrum. But again, we won't bash it classic. We love Child's Play. We love everything Child's Play. Well, I won't say love, but we like Child's Play. Next on the list, we got Child's Play 3. Now, this one also has it has a good storytelling. I still don't know what the whole drama was with not bringing the original character of Andy Barclay. But needless to say, it's not a deal breaker. Number 3 is really good. I love the whole military camp aspect. I love the whole woods, the whole camp feel. I really do like this one. I like the jokes and the humor in this one. I love the way this looks. Stylistically, the colors, everything's real like vibrant. It has like a nice warm like winter fall type feel to it, which is why I probably like it so much. If there's anything bad that I would say about this one, I really wouldn't say anything bad about this one at all. That's why this one's one of the higher ones on my list. I really do like this one. And if I'm being honest with you, this one was hard to rank because this one is kind of tied with part 2. But if I had to choose one, I would choose part 2 over 3. I just recently saw it and I always have a good time with it. I really love the ending. I will say this though, at the ending of part 3, he gets completely obliterated. So I don't know how that ties into the beginning of Bride. That's something that just hit me. I was just like, okay, yeah, he's cut up in pieces, but no, he blew up. So like, what's going on? Whatever. Needless to say, moving on. Number 2 is gonna be Child's Play 2. You guessed it, Child's Play 2. This one has the most nostalgic feel to it. I know the second one is a very popular one amongst fans. I know with the second one, people really do like this one a lot with the whole family, with the whole Kyle and Andy, with the factory. This one's a really good one. I really do like this one. I love the one-liners again. I love the kills. I love the look. I love the feel. It just has that old nostalgic feel to it. I really do love the look of Chucky in this one. I think this one is one of my more favorite looks of Chucky. With the way he looks, his face looks a little more smooth, a little more human. His eyebrows move a certain way. I love Andy Barclay in this one. His acting's really good in this one. As opposed to the first one, it was definitely an upgrade. Let me see if there's anything bad if there's anything bad to say, that Dad is kind of a D-head, you know? He's a little I don't want to say anything too crazy on YouTube, but I don't like the dad's attitude, right? It feels like in these movies, the father is always the mean one in these kind of films. So, needless to say, Child's Play 2 always has a special place in my heart, has the most rewatch value. And number 1, shockingly to everybody, my favorite Chucky Child's Play movie is going to be Bride of Chucky. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anyone thinks. This one is my absolute favorite. With the score, with the whole vibe. Ronnie, you brought a special vibe to this one. I really, really dig that gothic old look to this one. This is just my recent favorite time of era in movies when it comes to movies like Freddy vs. Jason, House on a Haunted Hill, Bride of Chucky, the new Leatherface, or Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I'm sorry, the newer one. Not the newest one, but you know which one, the early 2000s one. They all have a similar common theme where they had that like rich look where things were just evolving. And right now that's just my favorite genre of movies. I don't know why. I just really love the feel of these. And this one stylistically is just perfect to me. I really love this one. This one does have another high rewatch value for me. I'll put this one on more than anything. I really do like the look of Chucky here when Tiffany sews them back together. I love that like scarred up look. And he can be as corny as he wants in this one, but it works. It just feels like it works. I love the look of Tiffany, the Tiffany doll, the introduction. So you see what I mean? Like the introduction of the new Chucky doll, the introduction of Tiffany. I think there could have been more justice for Glenn/Glenda. There's so much more that could have been done there. Now, I love the clothes. I love the hair. I love the teeth. I think it's just the size of the head and the size of the eyes that's kind of throwing me off. And the length of the neck to the feet. There's just some kind of like misproportion there. I don't know, but I feel like if there was like some kind of redesign, or if anyone out there like has like a drawing of what Glenn/Glenda could have looked like, I'd love to see it, because I think that's the only thing that was holding Seed of Chucky back as far as what people were looking at for the first time. But yeah, Bride of Chucky with the whole, like I said, the whole score, the whole feel to it, the Jennifer Tilly living in that trailer is the reason why I would want to live in a trailer like that. And I've lived in a trailer my whole life. Haunted trailer. It was really bad, but needless to say, there's some people out there that don't need a big old fancy mansion, a big old fancy house. If I were to live in a trailer like that by myself with a stove, or not by myself, with Mary and Opie, right? Look at me talking like living by myself. But if we could live in a trailer and we would all fit, as long as there's water, stove, Wi-Fi, I'm good. I don't need a big fancy house. I don't think I've ever wanted a big fancy house. I've always been so minimalistic when it comes to things. I don't like big things. Big fancy stuff scares me, to be honest with you. So the way she lives is just, it's not ideal to some people, but some people that really can connect with it like strive to live like that. And I just love it. I love the way she has everything decorated. I love this movie up and down. There's really nothing bad that I can say about it. I will say this though, I'm a little upset that in the TV show they didn't bring Jesse and Jade back. I think that would have been a good addition, and that would have kind of really ramped up the whole series. But again, that's for another video. So yeah, that is my Chucky ranking list from worst to best. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your list is. I'm curious to know what everybody thinks about this, because this series it's talked about, but I kind of feel like it's dying down a little bit. I heard they just recently started shooting the second part of season 3. I've seen season 1. I've seen season 2. I have not seen anything about season 3 yet. So let me know in the comments below what you think about season 3. One more thing that I want to do. I want to give a big shout out to my Patreons. My Patreons, Militia Squad is what I decided to call our Patreons. Much love to you. For those who don't know, I recently stopped working in my corporate world, and now I'm full-time content creator, and it's great. You know, it has its fears, but other than that, it's great. So I want to thank my Patreons out there who are showing love, who are supporting. It truly means a lot to me. So if you want to join the Patreon army, feel free to do so. You'll get exclusive content like this. They'll get to see this first more than anything. What else? There's a lot of cool exclusive content on there that you can check out. But yeah, it's your boy Militia. We here. This is our first video. A little nerve-wracking, but we get it done, you know. As the time goes on, we'll keep kicking it in the butt. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one.